In the quiet first minutes of your morning, you are choosing the story your day will live inside. And sweetheart, you deserve a story that supports you. Some mornings you wake up and you can feel it right away. That tightness in the chest, that little rush of worry, that sense of, what if I can't handle today? Or you open your eyes and your mind is already counting bills, responsibilities, unfinished things, and you haven't even put your feet on the floor. If that is you, I want you to know something right now. There is nothing wrong with you. You have simply practiced a certain way of thinking for a long time, and a thought is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Many people believe abundance is something you must wrestle from life, that it comes only through strain, through pressure, through pushing your body and your spirit to the edge. And you see, when you start with that belief, you create a life that looks exactly like that belief. You begin to live as if you are being chased. You begin to live as if life is withholding something and you must chase it down and take it. And then, even when you receive something good, you can't relax, because you're still afraid it will be taken away. I have seen so many people do this, beautiful, sensitive, intelligent people who want to create a life of comfort and freedom, but they are trying to build it from the inside of fear. And fear is exhausting. Fear makes everything feel heavy. Fear turns even your blessings into a burden. So let's do something different. Not complicated, not hard, not harsh. Something simple, something kind, something you can do for 7 mornings in a row, and by the 7th morning, you will not be the same person who began, because you will have given yourself a new experience. And experience teaches the mind what is possible. You see, your day multiplies whatever you begin it with. Pressure multiplies pressure. Hurry multiplies hurry. Self-criticism multiplies self-criticism. And love multiplies love. Safety multiplies safety. Worthiness multiplies worthiness. It is like planting a seed. The seed does not need you to pull on it to make it grow. It needs the right conditions: warmth, water, light, patience, and the miracle is not forced, it is allowed. That is what we are doing here. We are creating the conditions for abundance to grow, not by begging life, not by trying to convince some outside power that you are good enough, but by remembering what is already true. Life loves you. You are meant to thrive. You deserve good things, and you can begin again right now. Now, if you are listening to me and you feel skeptical, that is all right. Skepticism is often a protective layer. It says, I have hoped before and I have been disappointed. It says, I don't want to feel foolish. It says, if I don't expect much, I won't get hurt. I understand. I really do. And we are not going to fight that part of you. We are going to soothe it. We are going to let it relax, so it does not have to work so hard. Because the first step of abundance is safety. When you feel safe inside your own body, you send a very different message to life. You send the message, I am here, I can receive, I am open. And when you feel unsafe, you send the message, I must protect myself, I must hold tight, I must brace. It is very hard to receive with clenched fists, and many of us have been clenching without even realizing it. So in these 7 mornings, we will do 3 things again and again in gentle ways. We will soften the body, we will choose new thoughts, and we will practice receiving. And please remember, you do not have to do this perfectly. You do not have to be spiritual enough or positive enough. You do not have to pretend you do not have problems. We are not doing denial. We are doing healing. We are doing a new relationship with life, 1 morning at a time. So let's begin right where you are. Before you even move, notice your breath. Just notice it. You do not have to change it yet. Simply be aware. And as you notice your breath, you may notice how your body is holding itself. Perhaps your jaw is tight. Perhaps your shoulders are up. Perhaps your belly is gripping. Perhaps your hands are curled. There is no judgment here. This is just information. This is your body talking to you. And I want you to say quietly, even if you do not fully believe it yet, you are safe. You can say it again. You are safe. And again, you are safe. Let those words be like a warm blanket placed gently over your nervous system. You are safe. Not because everything is perfect, but because in this moment you are here. You are breathing. And the point of power is always in the present moment. Now I want you to imagine that your morning is like the first brush stroke on a canvas. The first brush stroke matters. It sets the tone. It influences what comes next. If the first brush stroke is frantic, the whole painting becomes busy. If the first brush stroke is gentle, the whole painting has space. And you are the artist of your day. So for 7 days, we will give you a ritual, not as a rule, but as a gift. Day 1 is about safety and presence. Day 2 is about worthiness. Day 3 is about releasing the old story you have been telling about money and abundance. Day 4 is about mirror work, meeting yourself with kindness and truth. Day 5 is about gratitude that feels real, not forced. Day 6 is about inspired action without strain. Day 7 is integration, letting abundance become your natural atmosphere. And each day, we return to the same foundation, a softened body, a chosen thought, and an open heart. Now, you may be listening and thinking, but my life is complicated. My finances are complicated. My responsibilities are heavy. And yes, your life may be full. And that is exactly why you need this. Because your morning is the doorway. Your morning is the place where you can choose to step into the day differently. I know this to be true. The outer world responds to the inner world more than we realize. Let's go into day 1 together. If you can, place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. You do not have to do it perfectly. Just do it kindly and feel the warmth of your hands, feel the contact, feel the simple fact that you are touching yourself with care. This is important. Many of us touch ourselves only to fix something, to criticize something, to rush. But this touch is different. This touch says, I am here with you. Now take a slow breath in and let it out. And as you breathe out, imagine your shoulders melting. Imagine your jaw loosening. Imagine your belly softening, like a clenched knot untying itself. And I want you to say very softly, all is well in my world. Say it again, all is well in my world. And one more time, all is well in my world. You may say, but all is not well, and I understand. Yet these words are not meant to deny what is happening. They are meant to remind your body that in this moment you are alive and you can meet life from a place of calm. All is well in my world can mean I am willing to find my way. It can mean I am supported. It can mean I do not have to panic. It can mean I can take the next step. Now, on day 1, we choose one simple intention. Not a list, not a demand, one intention. And your intention is this: today I practice safety. You see, when you practice safety, you stop making fear your leader. You begin to hear your wisdom again, and wisdom leads you to the right ideas, the right people, the right timing. So as you lie there or sit or stand, say to yourself, today I practice safety. Let that land. And then, just for a moment, ask your body, what would help you feel safe right now? Maybe it is slower breathing. Maybe it is stretching. Maybe it is drinking a glass of water. Maybe it is stepping outside for fresh air. Maybe it is putting your phone aside for 10 minutes. Listen, your inner wisdom knows. Now here is the beautiful thing about safety. When you feel safe, you are not wasting energy on bracing. That energy becomes available for creativity, for solutions, for opportunities. It is like a room where the windows have been opened, the air changes, the atmosphere changes, and then you can breathe again. So day one is not about chasing abundance, it is about preparing the soil. Now we move into day two, worthiness. Let's touch the tender place where you learned you had to earn good things. Many of us learned it very early. Perhaps someone praised you only when you achieved. Perhaps love felt conditional. Perhaps you were told, directly or indirectly, don't ask for too much. Or you watched adults struggle and worry, and you absorbed the belief, life is hard and we must suffer. Sweetheart, those are learned beliefs, and learned beliefs can be unlearned. On day two, we begin with the same body softening, hand on the heart, breath out, shoulders down, jaw relaxed, and then we speak to the part of you that doubts you deserve good. And we say, you deserve good things. Say it again, you deserve good things. Again, you deserve good things. And again, you deserve good things. Let it be gentle. Let it be steady. Let it be like water wearing away a hard stone over time. We are not forcing your mind to agree. We are offering it a new possibility. Now I want to share something with you. There was a woman I once knew, and she was always working. Always. She was proud of her hard work, and she truly was capable. But she could never enjoy what she created. If money came in, it went right back out. Not always because of necessity, but because of a deep discomfort with having. She would find reasons to give it away, lose it, spend it, fix something, save someone, anything except let it sit quietly in her life as support. And one day she told me something very honest. She said, when I have more, I feel guilty. I feel like someone else should have it. I feel like I'm taking too much space. Oh, can you feel that? That is not a money problem. That is a worthiness wound. So on day two, you practice receiving in small ways, not to prove something, but to teach your nervous system that it is safe to have. You can receive a compliment without arguing. You can receive a moment of rest without justifying it. You can receive a cup of tea and actually taste it. You can receive the sunlight on your face. You can receive your own kindness, and you say, it is safe for me to receive. Say it. It is safe for me to receive. Again, it is safe for me to receive. And again, it is safe for me to receive. Now, if you feel resistance, notice where it lives in your body. Maybe it's in the throat. Maybe it's in the belly. Maybe it's in the chest. And just breathe there. You are not wrong for resisting. That resistance is simply an old protector. Thank it, and then tell it. We are learning something new. Day 3. Releasing the old story. Listen closely to the sentences you repeat about money and abundance, because they are little spells you have been casting. People say, money is hard to come by. It never lasts. I'm not good with money. People like me don't get ahead. I always struggle. There's never enough. And the mind hears these sentences and says, that is the truth. And then it looks for evidence, and it finds it. Not because you are cursed, but because your focus is trained. This is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. On day 3, we do a gentle inventory, not to shame yourself, never, but to become aware. What is your most repeated money sentence? The one you say when you pay a bill, the one you say when you check your account, the one you say when you want something, the one you say when you see someone else succeed. Just notice it. And then we choose a new sentence. Not something you can't believe, but something that moves you one step closer to truth. If your old sentence is "there's never enough," your new sentence might be "I am willing to see new possibilities." If your old sentence is "I always struggle," your new sentence might be "I am open to support." If your old sentence is "I'm not good with money," your new sentence might be "I am learning to care for my finances with love." Do you feel the difference? It is kinder, it is softer, it leaves the door open. Now here is a metaphor I love. Imagine your mind is like a radio. For years it has been tuned to a station called Worry FM, and you have listened so long that you forgot there are other stations. Day 3 is simply turning the dial, just a little. You do not have to leap to perfect confidence. You simply tune toward a better frequency. And every time your old sentence appears, you do not fight it. You do not panic. You simply say, "That is an old station," and you turn the dial again. Now, on day 3, we add a small practice, a receiving practice. When you wake up, before you look at your phone, you say, "Life loves me and life supports me." Say it, "Life loves me and life supports me." Again. Life loves me and life supports me. Again. Life loves me and life supports me. Now pause and feel how it feels to say that. You may feel warmth, you may feel nothing, you may feel resistance. All of it is okay. The practice is not to force a feeling. The practice is to introduce a new thought and let it become familiar. Day 4, mirror work. When you look into your own eyes with kindness, you stop arguing with the good that wants to come to you. This is powerful, and it can be uncomfortable because many people have not looked at themselves with love in a long time. They look at themselves to judge, to fix, to critique. But this is different. So on day 4, you stand in front of a mirror just for 1 minute. 1 minute. That is all. And you look into your eyes, not at your flaws, not at your hair, not at your skin, into your eyes, the place where your life lives. And you say, "I love you." Just that. I love you. And if it feels hard, you can say, "I am willing to learn to love you." And you breathe, and you look again, and you say, "You deserve good things," because you do. Now, I want to tell you about a man who did this practice. He had spent years believing he was behind in life. He believed he had missed his chance. He carried shame like a heavy coat he could not take off. And when he stood in the mirror, his first reaction was anger. He wanted to look away. He wanted to laugh it off. He wanted to say, "This is silly." But he stayed. 1 minute, then another. Over days, something shifted, not because he became perfect, but because he became present with himself. And one morning, he looked into his own eyes and he started to cry. Not from sadness alone, but from relief. Relief that he had finally stopped abandoning himself. You see, when you stop abandoning yourself, life can stop feeling like abandonment too. So on day 4, we also practice a receiving statement in the mirror. You look at yourself and you say, "I am open to unexpected good." Say it. "I am open to unexpected good." Again. "I am open to unexpected good." Again. "I am open to unexpected good." Let it be tender. Let it be simple. Let your eyes soften as you say it. Day 5. Gratitude that feels true. Gratitude is not pretending everything is perfect. It is noticing what is already supporting you. Sometimes people use gratitude like a whip. They say, "I should be grateful," and then they feel guilty for feeling pain. That is not gratitude. That is self-judgment. Real gratitude is gentle. It says, "Something is here for me, even if it is small. On day 5, we begin your morning with one question. What is one thing that is supporting me today? It can be your bed, it can be your breath, it can be the fact that you have water, it can be a friend, it can be the fact that you are listening to this right now, choosing healing. And when you find that one thing, you say, thank you. And then you add another, and another. Not as a performance, as a noticing. Because when you notice support, you begin to expect support. And expectation changes your choices. It changes what you see. It changes what you allow. Now, on day 5, we also practice a beautiful way of multiplying gratitude. We imagine that gratitude is like sunlight. When you place sunlight on a plant, it grows toward it. Your attention is sunlight. Whatever you place your attention on grows. So place your attention on what is working, even if it is small, especially if it is small, because small things multiply. Day 6, inspired action without strain. Abundance is not only what arrives, it is also the gentle steps you feel ready to take. Some people think manifestation means you do nothing. Others think it means you do everything. The truth is kinder than both. The truth is cooperation. You align your inner world, and then you take the next loving step. On day 6, after your body softening and your chosen thoughts, you ask a new question. What is one loving action I can take today that supports my abundance? Not 10 actions, not a harsh schedule, one loving action. It might be making one phone call, sending one email, reviewing one bill calmly, setting up a small savings transfer, updating your resume, cleaning your workspace, resting your body, saying no to something draining, asking for help, receiving advice, and then you do that one action, not from panic, from self-respect. Because when you take action from panic, you scatter your energy. When you take action from love, you focus your energy. Day 7, integration. By the 7th morning, you have practiced safety, you have practiced worthiness, you have changed your story, you have met yourself in the mirror, you have noticed support, you have taken a loving step, and now we let it become who you are. On day 7, we begin with the simplest truth. The point of power is always in the present moment. Say it. The point of power is always in the present moment. Again. The point of power is always in the present moment. Again. The point of power is always in the present moment. And now we do something that brings it all together. We imagine abundance not as a prize you chase, but as an atmosphere you live in, like walking into a room with a fireplace on a cold day. You feel the warmth, you relax, you stop bracing, you begin to breathe differently. This is what abundance feels like inside. It feels like warmth, it feels like support, it feels like being held by life. Now you may say, but I don't have the money yet. And sweetheart, abundance begins before the numbers do, because the numbers often follow the inner permission. When you stop treating life like an enemy, when you stop treating yourself like someone who must earn the right to be supported, your choices change, your confidence changes, your openness changes, and you begin to see doors you did not see before. I know this to be true. Now let's weave the ritual together into one morning flow you can use for these 7 days and beyond. When you wake up, before your phone, before other people's energy, you give yourself a moment, even 2 minutes, and you say, in the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. Now breathe, and you say, you are safe, breathe. And you say, life loves you. Breathe, and you say, you deserve good things. Breathe, and you say, I am willing to receive. Do you feel how these statements build? They are like stepping stones. Safety, love, worthiness, receptivity. Now I want to offer you an affirmation sequence, and I want you to speak it with me, if you can. Speak it softly. Speak it kindly. Speak it as if you are speaking to a child you adore. Because the part of you that needs this most is often the younger part. Here we go. I am open and receptive to all good. I am open and receptive to all good. I am open and receptive to all good. Now notice how that feels in your body. Just notice. And now, I deserve to prosper. I deserve to prosper. I deserve to prosper. Again, notice, no forcing, just noticing. And now, life supports me in every possible way. Life supports me in every possible way. Life supports me in every possible way. And now, very gently, money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. And now, I welcome abundance with joy. I welcome abundance with joy. I welcome abundance with joy. And now, all is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. Now pause. If you felt resistance, that is okay. Resistance is just a sign that you are touching an old belief. It does not mean it is not working. It means you are beginning to see what needs love. You see, some beliefs are like old furniture in a house. You got used to them being there. You do not even notice them. But when you try to bring in something new, a new chair, a new table, you realize the old furniture takes up space. So you have to move it, and sometimes you have to carry it out, slowly, one piece at a time. That is what these affirmations do. They reveal what is in the way, and they invite you to choose again. Now let me give you another metaphor. Imagine you have been walking with a heavy backpack for years. You forgot you were wearing it. You assumed everyone felt that way. And then one day you set it down. At first it feels strange. Your body still braces as if it is there. But as you keep practicing, your shoulders drop. Your neck relaxes. You realize you were carrying weight you did not need to carry. This is what happens when you stop carrying the belief that you must struggle to deserve. Now, I want to speak to the part of you that is afraid to hope, the part that says, what if I do this for 7 days and nothing changes? That is a tender fear, and we can meet it with compassion. I want you to consider this. The first change is not always visible outside. The first change is inside. It's in your breath. It's in your choices, it's in your nervous system, it's in the softness of your inner voice. And those changes, they create the conditions for outer changes. It is like thawing frozen ground. You do not plant seeds in ice. First the ground must soften. First the warmth must return. Then the seed can take root. So if you do this for 7 days, something will change. You may notice you feel calmer. You may notice you stop sabotaging yourself. You may notice you respond differently to a bill. You may notice you get an idea. You may notice someone offers help. You may notice you sleep better. You may notice you stop saying yes to what drains you. You may notice you feel worthy of charging what you're worth, asking for what you need, applying for what you want. These are abundance changes. Now let's go a little deeper into root cause, gently. Many people have a hidden belief. If I have more, something bad will happen. They believe abundance invites danger. They believe they will be judged. They believe they will be rejected. They believe they will lose love. Or they believe, if I have more, I will have to work harder and I'm already exhausted. Or if I have more, I will disappoint people. So let's speak to that fear with love. Place your hand on your heart again and say, it is safe for me to have good things. Say it. It is safe for me to have good things. Again. It is safe for me to have good things. Again. It is safe for me to have good things. And now add, I can handle good things. I can handle good things. Again. I can handle good things. Again. I can handle good things. Because sometimes the fear is not that you won't get it, it's that you won't know what to do with it. But you will learn. Life is kind. Your wisdom is real. You can grow into what you receive. Now, another tender place, guilt. Some people carry guilt for wanting more. They think it makes them selfish. They think it makes them ungrateful. But sweetheart, wanting support is natural. Wanting ease is natural. Wanting freedom is natural. Wanting to care for your family, to rest your body, to enjoy life. This is not wrong. Abundance is not about greed. Abundance is about flow. It is about having enough and then having more than enough so you can share. And let me tell you something I know. People who feel supported are kinder. People who feel safe are more generous. People who feel abundant have more capacity to love. So if guilt rises, you can say, it is safe for me to prosper. It is safe for me to prosper. Again, it is safe for me to prosper. And then you can add, my abundance blesses others. My abundance blesses others. Again, my abundance blesses others. Because as you receive, you become a brighter light, and your light helps more than you realize. Now I want to offer you a small story, a simple one, about timing. Imagine a garden, and in that garden there is a rose bush. You plant it, you water it, you place it where it can get sun, and for a while you see only green, only stems. You might think nothing is happening, but inside the plant so much is happening. Roots are growing, strength is building, the structure is forming, and then one day a bud appears, and then another, and then the roses open. Many people quit before the bud. They quit because they do not see immediate proof, but you are going to practice for 7 days, and these 7 days are not the end. They are the beginning. They are the message you send to life. I am here. I am willing. I am ready. Now let's make this practical in a way that feels good. Each morning for 7 days, you will do this. You will soften the body with breath, 1 minute. You will speak a few chosen thoughts, 1 minute. You will practice receiving, 1 minute. That is 3 minutes. You can do 3 minutes, and if you want more, you can do more. But start with what is sustainable, because consistency is kinder than intensity. So, breathe, soften, speak, receive. Now, what does receiving look like? Receiving can be as simple as opening your hands. Literally, open your hands and rest them on your lap, palms up. This is a physical signal to the body. I am not bracing, I am open. And as your palms face upward, say, I am willing to receive today. I am willing to receive today. Again, I am willing to receive today. Now pause and imagine life placing something gentle in your hands. Not a demand, not a test, a gift. It might be an idea, it might be a conversation, it might be a chance, it might be a moment of peace, it might be a resource, it might be an unexpected opportunity. And if your mind says that won't happen, you can say, this is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. This is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Now, I want to bring you back to the mirror again, because it is such a powerful practice for abundance. Many people try to manifest money while secretly hating themselves. They speak affirmations with a clenched jaw. They say, I am abundant, while their body says, no, you're not. They say, I deserve, while their childhood memory says, don't ask. So the bridge is self-love. Self-love is what makes the words believable. Self-love is what allows the body to relax into receiving. So on day 4, when you look in the mirror, you are not just doing a cute exercise. You are repairing the relationship with the one person who must be on your side, you. And here is a truth. If you had a child you adored, you would not tell them you don't deserve good things. You would not tell them you must suffer. You would not tell them you are behind. You would encourage them. You would soothe them. You would guide them. So begin to speak to yourself the way love speaks. Now, let's talk about the mind's habit of scanning for lack. If you grew up around worry, your mind learned to scan. Is there enough? Is it safe? What could go wrong? That scanning kept you emotionally prepared. It made you feel in control, but it also kept you tense. It made life feel like a constant problem to solve. So when you begin this ritual, your mind may keep scanning. That is okay. You do not have to stop it by force. You simply notice it and you redirect. You say, "Thank you, mind. I know you are trying to protect me. Today, I choose love." And then you return to your breath. You return to your chosen thought. You return to your open palms. This is how you retrain. Now, I want to offer you a deeper affirmation set, one that you can use on any of the 7 days, especially when fear is loud. Say these slowly. Let the pauses be part of the medicine. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I am safe. I am loved. I am supported. I am guided. I am worthy. I am open to good. I allow life to surprise me. I allow money to flow to me with ease. I allow myself to receive. All is well in my world. Now, breathe and feel your shoulders drop. Now, I want to talk to you about something that often blocks abundance, the habit of self-attack. Self-attack is a learned pattern. It often begins in childhood when criticism was present. The child thinks, if I criticize myself first, maybe it will hurt less when others do it. Or, if I am hard on myself, maybe I will become better, and then I will be loved. But self-attack does not create abundance. It creates tension, and tension closes the heart. So for these 7 days, we practice a new rule. When you notice self-attack, you do not punish yourself. You pause, and you offer yourself kindness. You say, I am learning. I am learning. Again, I am learning. And you say, I choose to speak to myself with love. I choose to speak to myself with love. Because the voice inside you becomes the world you live in. Now let's bring this into money specifically, in a loving way. If you have made mistakes with money, you are not bad. You are human. If you have debt, you are not shameful. You are learning. If you have been inconsistent, you are not a failure. You are a person who has been doing the best you can with the beliefs you had. And now you are choosing new beliefs. That is powerful. So the next time you look at your finances, do it with breath. Do it with calm. Do it like a loving adult caring for a child. And you can say, I am willing to take care of this with love. I am willing to take care of this with love. Again, I am willing to take care of this with love. And you may be surprised, when you remove shame, you gain clarity. When you remove panic, you see solutions. When you remove self-hate, you become steady. Steadiness is attractive to abundance. Now, I want to give you a third metaphor, one from the ocean. Imagine you are standing at the shore and the waves come in and go out. That is natural. That is flow. Many people try to hold the wave. They grab at it. They clutch. They say, don't leave. Or they fear the next wave. What if it knocks me down? But abundance is like the ocean. It moves, it flows. There are seasons, there are tides. When you trust the tide, you stop gripping. When you stop gripping, you become wiser with what comes. So part of this 7-day practice is learning trust. Not blind trust, grounded trust. You say, I trust life to support me. I trust life to support me. Again, I trust life to support me. And if your mind says, but what about, you return to the present, because the point of power is always in the present moment. Now, let's create a 7-day experience in your imagination, so your mind begins to cooperate. Imagine it is day 1. You wake up and you take one slow breath before checking anything. You place a hand on your heart. You say, "You are safe." You get up and drink water. You move gently. You feel calmer than usual. Day 2, you wake up and you notice your inner voice. You choose kindness. You say, "You deserve good things." You allow yourself to enjoy a small moment. You feel a little lighter. Day 3, you catch an old money sentence. Instead of repeating it, you replace it. "I am willing to see new possibilities." You feel less trapped. Day 4, you look into your own eyes in the mirror. You say, "I love you." You feel something soften. You feel a little more connected to yourself. Day 5, you notice what is supporting you. You feel grateful without forcing it. Your day feels less heavy. Day 6, you take one loving action, not frantic, loving. And you feel proud, not because you did a million things, but because you showed up for yourself. Day 7, you realize you have been practicing a new inner world, and you begin to trust that this inner world can become your life. Can you feel that? That is a different way of living. Now, I want to speak to the part of you that wants fast. The title says, "Multiplies abundance fast." And yes, you can see shifts quickly, but fast does not mean frantic. Fast means you stop doing what blocks. Fast means you remove the inner resistance. Fast means you stop arguing with your own good. And that can happen very quickly when you become aware. Sometimes the only thing that needed to change was the belief that you were not allowed to receive. And you are allowed. Now let's do a longer affirmation wave together. And I want you to imagine these words sinking into you like warm honey, slowly, gently, nourishing. You can repeat after me or just listen. I am willing to begin my day with love. I am willing to begin my day with safety. I am willing to begin my day with trust. I am open to the good that is already on its way to me. I am open to the good that is already on its way to me. I am open to the good that is already on its way to me. I allow myself to receive support. I allow myself to receive support. I allow myself to receive support. I deserve to prosper. I deserve to prosper. I deserve to prosper. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Life loves me. Life loves me. Life loves me. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. Now breathe and let your body believe you for just a moment. And if you are thinking, how do affirmations work? I will tell you in a simple way. Your words are instructions to your mind. Your repeated thoughts become your emotional home, and your emotional home influences your behavior, your tone, your decisions, what you notice, what you believe is possible, what you say yes to, what you say no to, how you treat yourself, how you let others treat you, and what opportunities you allow yourself to take. Affirmations do not magically drop money from the sky, but they do change the inner conditions that create your outer life. They change what you tolerate. They change what you expect. They change what you reach for. And when you change what you reach for, your life changes. Now, I want to include something very practical that is also very spiritual: integrity. Abundance loves clarity. Abundance loves respect. Abundance loves honesty. So part of this ritual is being honest without shame. If you overspend to soothe pain, you can say, "I am learning to soothe myself with love." If you avoid looking at your finances because of fear, you can say, "It is safe for me to see." It is safe for me to see. Again, it is safe for me to see. Because seeing is the beginning of change. And then you take one small action, one loving action. You see, your power is not in doing everything today. Your power is in choosing a new pattern today. Now let's come to the heart of it, the real multiplication. The real multiplication is not only money, it is the multiplication of peace, it is the multiplication of trust, it is the multiplication of self-respect. And those things, they create a life where money can stay. They create a life where you do not push it away with guilt or fear. They create a life where you are wise with what comes. So if you do this 7-day ritual and money does not appear immediately, do not assume it failed. Look at what did multiply. Did your anxiety reduce? Did your confidence increase? Did your mind become kinder? Did you take an action you were avoiding? Did you get an idea? Did you feel a new openness? Did you experience a moment of joy? That is abundance, and abundance grows. Now let's close by bringing you back to the simplest place, the present. Wherever you are, take a slow breath in and let it out, and say, the point of power is always in the present moment. Now say, I choose love today. I choose love today. Again, I choose love today. Again, I choose love today. And now, I am open to receiving. I am open to receiving. Again, I am open to receiving. Again, I am open to receiving. And now, life loves me. Life loves me. Again, life loves me. Again, life loves me. Now just feel the softness of those words. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are not being punished by life. You are learning. You are waking up. You are remembering who you are. And you can begin again tomorrow morning, and the next, and the next. 7 days, one gentle ritual, one loving choice, one softened breath, one kinder sentence, one open hand. This is how abundance multiplies, not through struggle, but through love. In the infinity of life where you are, all is possible, and all is well in your world.